I have donned me now with gay apparel. Va la 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 la. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy whatever you're into. Happy nothing if you happen to be a nihilist.
He believes in nothing, Labolsky, nothing.
Welcome to the show. I am Stephen M., your pal, your friend, and your confidant.
You're a pal and a confidant.
Look, I even decorated for yuns to spruce the place up a little bit. And we are going to expand our horizons. Now, this show we're about to get into, I personally think it's one of the best ones I've ever done. I tried to make it lighthearted. It's the holidays. Let's not get too serious and overwhelmed with a bunch of nonsense.
Life's a garden, dig it? You make it work for you.
Just try to have a laugh. I think it's pretty good. So make sure you watch the whole thing, because one of these ones, I'm going to put it at the end, and it's my fave. Okay, second to last, actually. Last Saturday, I recorded stuff for about 5 hours, and I never recorded stuff when I was doing a little drinking before, but that time I did. This is out of that batch. The last video is out of that batch, and I got enough recorded for like 2 more videos.
I'm reloaded!
So if you've seen my previous videos and then you see these, if you don't mind, let me know if you tell a difference. For better or worse, I'd like to know. Let me know anything, really. Leave a comment and be like, your hat's stupid. I don't like your face. Your background's dumb. Or you have a nice voice. You know what? You have light eyes. Whatever. Just tell me something. Help this algorithm out a little bit. I'd really appreciate that. If you've never hit that sub button before, that'd be great. If you just go ahead and hit the sub button, you know, it's the giving season. Give yourself the gift that keeps on giving. Give me a little gift of hitting the sub button. Get all your family and friends the gift of a subscription to the Stephen M. Kiefer channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Totally free. I'm not asking you for a penny.
Niggas ain't asking for a buffalo or a Canadian nickel. All we asking you is to take your thumb, press that like up, and that's it. We come in peace.
I know I do look like, but I promise you, I would do it for you.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
And I'll be honest, you'd hit that sub button. All right, no more horse playing.
Broncos country, let's ride.
There's a theory that Dr. Seuss, the cat in the hat, is actually a metaphor for a drug dealer.
What?
Listen.
Hold on.
Cat in the hat. That's actually a term they use to call a cool person in like the 60s, 70s, 80s, right?
Yeah.
The theory goes.
No, it was not. A cat, not, hey, cat in the hat. I think he's referring to cat. So in case anybody's super young was like, really? People were calling people cat in a hat? No, they fucking weren't. And I wasn't alive in the 70s, but I fucking know, all right? That's not what people were saying.
That the cat in the hat is actually a reference to the mother's boyfriend coming into the house and causing trouble. And it just so happens the cat in the hat might also be a drug dealer. That's why the 2 kids, they're seeing these crazy things happening in the house, right? Also, thing 1 and thing 2, you remember them? Thing 1 and thing 2. Thing 1, thing 2. What would you call drugs if you don't know what they are?
Oh,
Things. Yo, so listen, bro. Listen, so there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
There's 2 things, 1 and 2.
Okay.
And there's 2 kids.
Yeah.
1 and 2. So thing 1 and thing 2 were notorious in the book and the movie to what? Cause trouble, wreck up the house, doing all these crazy things in the house, right? Now, it's actually them. Thing 1 and thing 2 is actually the kids on the drugs.
All right, I actually do kind of buy into that a little bit. I don't know what Dr. Seuss was on. He had to be spun to be writing some of the shit he was writing, and the animation was out there, bro. He was probably...
Did you eat all this acid?
That's right. Music!
living Fear and Loathing Las Vegas.
75 pellets of mescaline, 5 sheets of high-powered blotter acid, a salt shaker half full of cocaine.
Which is a hell of a lot of fun. I've never been to Vegas, but you know what I'm saying.
What is drugs?
I could see it being, he's the cat in the hat. That's not what they called people in the 70s, like I said. But like, you know, that cat's gonna come over and he was just some cat in a hat, you know what I mean?
Hey man, I got some weed straight from Turkey, boy. It's what set them Arabs off.
And that's how they were spinning it. And the kids, once they did whatever they did, I don't know, shrooms, acid, something deeper than that, God only knows. you know, the kids just turn, that's thing one and thing two, and they're just tearing up the house, and that's all you. If you were like on acid or something like that, you would just be like, man, there's these two just things tearing up the house. That makes a ton of sense. I can't believe I've ever heard that broke down before. I like how he threw in there, if you didn't know what those things were, drugs, what would you call them? Things. Like, you could say that about anything. Then he goes on to say, but the kids were the things. Well, which one is it, bro? Come on.
Then let's get the narrative correct.
I think he might be onto something there. The Cat in the Hat comes over, and the kids are thing one and thing two. I'd have to rewatch the movie or read the book, which at least it's on my reading level.
I never learned to read.
I have to peruse the cliff notes again to see if thing one and thing two are in the book or in the same scenes as the kids, because if not,
Bruh.
the Cat in the Hat is the uncle. You know, your Uncle Jeff's coming over. He was the Cat in the Hat. It ain't your uncle. He got the drugs and he's gonna bang your mom later.
I'm James, and I ain't nobody to fuck with, brother.
He's coming over, and then you little fuckers are gonna turn into thing one and thing two, and we're just gonna be like, oh man, this is crazy. And then you're gonna grow up with a fucked up adulthood. That's how that's gonna go. I wouldn't know anything about that, but I think he's on the right track, baby. He was born that way. You know? Tell me what you think in the comments about Cat in the Hat being a drug dealer.
The newest, and in my opinion, funniest climate conspiracy theory to date is the 15-minute city conspiracy. So the whole premise of a 15-minute city is that everything you need, from shops to services to work, is within a 15-minute bike or public transit ride from where you live. And it's nothing new. That's how most cities were built prior to the invention of the car. But for some reason, now it equals a loss of freedom. As if being stuck dependent on cars and it not being safe or accessible to use the alternatives is somehow more freeing. Anyways, this whole conspiracy says that liberals are going to use environmentalism as an excuse to take everyone's cars away and shut cities down. And I'm like, what do you think this is? A medieval walled city with guards who won't let you out? No, it's about overhauling planning and transportation regulation to not just prioritize cars. I mean, we all like being within walking distance or a short train ride away from things at Disney World, so why not have that be our everyday lives? I am begging you, please don't fall for it.
Well, I just put that in here because, hey, you got to hear all sides of things, right? And apparently she's never been in sales.
He could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves.
Ketchup popsicle?
Yeah.
Because that's how anything's going to be spun to you. Look at the positives. These are the way it is, but the devil's in the details with everything.
The devil's in the details.
And do I think they will put a wall around it with guards? I mean, that was going to take it to the extremes. Take it to the extremes. I do believe it's about control to some extent. Will they do away with cars? I mean, who will need a car?
As your attorney, I advise you to rent a very fast car with no top.
At that point, you know what I mean? If you're completely dependent on the system, on the government, that's the point. They're restricting freedoms. Then you're gonna have, you know, scan your boom to go into this store. Everything will be so controlled, and you'll be in your own little bubble. And I'm telling you, The Simpsons predicted so many things. Isn't it awfully weird? It took them, I don't know, what, 20-some years to make a movie, and it was about putting a dome over a city.
Look what they're doing to our dome.
And which is absolutely the movie Logan's Run, and then they don't even know there's an outside anymore.
We've been outside! There's another world outside! We did it!
Everything's got to start somewhere, you know. So that's all weird to me. But these people, this girl right here, who I can still see, I guess you guys can't, obviously. Like, you just see, you know, like, yeah, these are the good things. Like, how obvious is, you know, or how dumb could you be not to see how obviously it's good? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that all these things can be okay. And sure, a lot of cities were born or built for convenience before, but I don't think the agenda was exactly the same before. The power structures of the planet, they were always there, but not as infiltrating, I suppose, or, you know, or as deep or as far into every part of everything, because we did have, you know, a lot of freedoms before. You know, look at the prices of houses right now in rent. You know, rent just for what, I don't know what to say about the rent part, but the prices of houses right now, because they don't want people buying houses no more. They don't want you owning property anymore. Eventually it's all going to be controlled, but they're just slowly working their way in. I mean, 2020 was Operation Warp Speed. It's fucking crazy now that I think about it, because Trump called the vows the Operation Warp Speed. It was really Operation Warp Speed up until supreme control from the powers that be. Warp Speed on Agenda 201 and whatever is it, Agenda 2030, 201, all those things. You know about the things, I'm sure you do.
Go, you know the thing.
But her perception is just not, it's not seeing all sides. She thinks nobody's out to get you, and then the other side thinks everybody's out to get you. I'm right in the middle, like, yeah, this could be okay, but these are the realities of what could be going on, or most likely is going on. Can't we see both sides to this? Yes, I think we should, but you know, not in the world we live in. No, you can't. To her, they're dumb. To them, she's dumb. But it should be yes, but, and okay, but, yeah, no. Here we are. Stuck in the middle with you.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you.
Archaeologists say it's a coincidence, but the ancient handbag, as it is now known, has quickly become a historical enigma, baffling scholars around the world. The mainstream narrative says that each ancient civilization developed independently, with little to no connection with each other. Yet the ancient handbag symbol has now been discovered in almost all ancient cultures. It first appears at Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, which dates back to 11,600 years ago. It also shows up in Mesopotamia, ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, and the Balkans. But strangely, despite the vast Atlantic Ocean and over 7,000 miles between them, the ancient handbag symbol appears in the Mesoamerican cultures, such as the Toltec, the Maya, and even the Olmec. Some people believe that this symbol represents a transference or handing down of ancient knowledge. Some even believe this could be a symbolic representation of some form of ancient technology.
Okay, I'll give you a strong maybe on this one, and I'm the first one to feed into anything that's like ancient history like that, like ancient alien type stuff and how the workings of the world came about back in those days, but I think we can just chalk this up to chicks love purses.
You're racist.
Chicks just love purses, and I'm gonna say bitches, and they're like, oh no. Hey, I was raised in the 90s, all right?
Am I so out of touch?
Nice fight. You got big cojones, amigo.
Women, strong independent women, love purses because they're fashionably accessible, and men too. Purses are universally loved is what I think we could easily chalk that up to, and they have been since, that would explain a lot, since the dawn of time. Women have loved purses.
Fuck you, asshole.
Since the dawn of time, women love purses. I think that's a, you know, that explains why it's $1 billion industry. I don't think we have to look any further into that, and if you are, then I don't know. I hope you find something out and let me know, but I think this is pretty cut and dry right here.
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
Chicks love purses. Not breaking news, not a conspiracy.
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
Ask Versace.
Hey, it's me, Versace. What? Somebody shot me.
The hell don't you know? Or, I don't even know who makes them. Louis Vuitton. Ask Louis Vuitton. That's probably a bit. Coach.
We do not care.
Then Coach bag. I think we already figured this one out a long time ago there, bucko.
This is my favorite Kardashian conspiracy theory that lives on to this day. It's Kourtney Kardashian's third child, Reign, not a Disick, but actually a Bieber. The internet believes so strongly that Justin Bieber and Kourtney Kardashian had a baby together because they had—
Real quick, speaking of the name Reign, do you know Dak Prescott's real name is Reign Dakota Prescott. That's right, Dak Prescott, the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. His real name is Rain Prescott. Rain Dakota Prescott. Just thought I'd share that with you.
They had a famous rendezvous right around the time that Rain would have been conceived. Even Ellen was on her case about it.
Does Justin Bieber help with the kids at all, or?
No.
That's the rumor. I know y'all are just friends, right? Or are you really dating him?
We're friends.
You're friends?
Yes.
Why are you smiling that way?
We're friends.
The strongest piece of evidence is how shockingly similar Rain and Justin look. Before I even knew this theory, anytime I would see Rain, I would think, he looks like Justin Bieber. If he grows out his hair into the Bieber swoop and starts singing Baby and sounds just like Justin, I'm calling Mari. It's actually so fucked up because any video online of Rain gets flooded with comments about, he looks like Justin, Rain Bieber. Scott and Courtney had a major breakup in 2014, and if you remember on the show, that's when Scott went away to rehab, so he was out of the picture for a while. Courtney and Scott in their tumultuous relationship, though, were definitely known to seek revenge on each other. So in this picture with Justin, he's hiding the woman's face, and his caption was, Lord knows, and everyone knows Scott calls himself the Lord. Interesting, down the line, Scott got with Justin Bieber's ex, Sophia Richie, maybe a revenge thing. He's like, I can get the young hot stars too, Courtney. This theory has been cited to allegedly get under Scott's nerves a lot, and he even allegedly asked Courtney to get a DNA test to confirm that Rain is his, but she would not. And the craziest part of this theory is that Scott and Courtney broke up for the final time 6 months after Rain was born.
Dang. All right, I know I always say I don't want to do like celebrity gossipy, blah, 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 but I found that interesting. I can't lie to you.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
I did. I was like, oh shit, he does look just like him. Uh-oh. Is there turmoil afoot in is there turmoil afoot in the Kardashian empire? Probably not, because they probably all do know the truth and whatever, keeping it under wraps, but
clap if you think she should suffer.
If I had to use my better judgment, I think that's Biebs' baby. Baby, you know what I mean? You know, I'm not gonna get into it too far, but did y'all know about that? Let me know if y'all know about that. Let me know if yous think that is the Biebs' baby.
So Bill Gates is financially backing a startup company that tracks the burps and farts of cows. Yeah, Bill wants to know the farting and the burping habits of cows because farts contain methane. And that methane is a potential greenhouse gas that could affect global warming. So this is Bill's way of holding them damn cows accountable. Now it seems like Bill's done a lot of research.
Accountable? Oh, come on. What? Accountable. Give me a break, folks.
So, clap if you've ever wanted to kill somebody.
With this, and cows, they do fart. But, sorry about the pun, they're not the only ones. You can't tell me this damn guy's not farting up a storm. Hey, wait, that's me. While Bill has invested $12 million in that Australian company to check those cow farts, I have an idea to expand the business. Send me a few million, and I'll let you know when I break wind. Cow farts are a business, and here I am, living the dream. Shabadoo, Bushkies, shabadoo.
You gotta be fucking shitting me, dude. I mean, pun intended. You gotta be shitting me. Are we really demonizing cow farts? I mean, AOC already did it, and obviously she's one of the smartest people on the planet.
What, are you retarded?
So, you kinda gotta believe it. Okay, obviously I'm not serious about that. Do people not realize how many animals are on the planet? Why just cows? Because it's a farm thing and it comes down to the meat and the food and this and that, and then, you know, somehow we gotta feel guilty about eating.
My Twitter mentions I'm getting a lot of references about cow farts.
Yes.
Can you explain that for us?
We gotta address factory farming. Maybe we shouldn't be eating a hamburger for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Cow farts.
Or drinking milk too, because cow farts are destroying the world. What about all the bears? farts? What about all the deer?
Oh dear, did I break wind?
Fuck, I'm in Pennsylvania. There's fucking deer. Drive down the highway once. There's fucking deer everywhere. The fucking Pennsylvania highways are just deer carcasses and blood all over the highways as far as you can see. So, you think they're not farting everywhere? What's that all about? And then, they barely even clean them up. There's deer carcasses all over the goddamn place. You think the rotting of the deer is probably not releasing some kind of gases? What's up with that? Is that not bad for you know, because deers are rotting along the road? I think the oceans are rising. What about that? Don't even clean them up, and that's on government money right there. They don't even do shit about it. They're everywhere. They clean up a couple here and there, but I'm telling you what, I've watched a couple rot for seasons until I don't even know where they go. We're not cow farts. Like, can we be serious for 2 seconds?
Hell no.
Nope. And you know, people are gonna take this nuts. People are gonna take this serious. They're gonna be gluing their hands to a highway somewhere because we need to quit having cows. What do? Exterminate cows? Get rid of all the cows. Just like they did the buffalo to starve out the Native Americans. And now I can't even have the Land O'Lakes girl on my damn butter anymore. Which, that was my first crush as a kid. The Land O'Lakes girl was my first crush. As a little kid, my gran would make me toast with the Land O'Lakes butter. And I was just a little kid, and she would cut them in 4s and put that was the best toast ever. I don't know what was so good about it, and that Land O'Lakes butter. And when I grew up and was old enough to somehow have a couple dollars in my pocket, I bought Land O'Lakes butter my whole life. And it was because of that little Indian girl. I loved that Indian girl. I'm telling you, she had my heart. And then all of a sudden, these people come along and are like, no, you can't have an Indian girl or Aunt Jemima or anybody that's not white on food. Only white people can be on food because other people being on food is racist. Wait a minute, how does that work? Oh, because right here's a matter of fact. I was gonna make a TikTok about it. Little Debbie, little Deborah, who I'm sure is a fine woman, she can still have her mug up on food. Those Christmas cakes are so good. Quaker Oats, you can have this white guy looking like a forefather, really. The people that they hate because they're the worst. He can be on the food, but you can't have the Land O'Lakes girl, this beautiful little Native American Indian girl sitting on the food with her legs crossed real nice, being like, here, have some butter. And I'm like, oh my God, little Indian girl, I would love to have that butter from you. But no, I can't have that. I can't have that. And now they're losing business. So there's that, because I don't buy their butter no more. I quit. Like, nope, you did me dirty, taking that, the love of my life since I was 3, maybe 4 years old.
You shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy. Poor little feller.
Because it's racist for me to like that beautiful little Pocahontas-like woman on my butter. That might have been off topic, but that's how I feel about that. I'm glad we got that accomplished. If you missed the Land O'Lakes girl, please leave me a like, or please leave me a comment. Moving on.
I have a new conspiracy theory that I have been developing, researching, preparing to roll out. I'm very excited to explain it to you right now. If you go to any outdoor event of any kind, it doesn't matter where, what country, there is going to be a booth with these exact pants for sale. Not only are they going to have these pants, it's going to be an entire booth of just this pants. Every single one, I promise you, if you go and look, you will find this booth. I don't even know what these pants are called, but they're selling them. They're selling them at every single festival or really any outdoor event. They're selling them. The weirdest part is that I've never seen anybody buy the pants. I've never even seen anybody manning the booth. The booth is just there. It's entirely possible that this booth is just popping up on its own. I still don't even know what the conspiracy is exactly. Currently, I just have the theory part, but I will absolutely keep you posted if I figure it out.
I just thought that was funny. I mean, he does have a point. They do sell a lot of them pants, and you don't see a lot of people wearing them. I mean, unless you go to like a fish lot.
Here, everyone's letting loose and having a good time, preparing for the fish show. Right now, where they're selling a lot of trinkets and really anything you want you could buy.
And like, you know, like the parking lot, like a fish show, we'll say, or, you know, I don't know, some kind of festival somewhere, some raves maybe. I think they're called hammer pants, you know, maybe not in those social circles. I just thought that was funny, and you know, I kind of thought he had a point, so I thought I'd throw it in there. You know what I mean? So, you know, hope you got a laugh out of that. If you own a pair of those pants, let me know, and let me borrow them, bro. Okay? Alright, that's the video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this puppy up.
Wrap that shit up, B.
Hey, if you want to be buddies and be a member, hey, let's be buddies and be members. If you never subbed, at least just hit the sub button for a brother, you know what I mean? And if you liked the video, go ahead and hit like on the video. And if you didn't like the video, just keep it moving, bro, because like I told you, I don't want no beef with you.